Today, we're recognizing someone who represents, to me, the ideal artistic mentor for creative high school students who often struggle to find themselves in the midst of a culture that reveres athletes and high-performing scholars. I met Ty Manning in the spring of 2001 when a board member here, Barbara Kimbrough, came to me and said, I want you to come to my classroom and meet my student teacher. And so we went to the classroom and to meet Ty and for me to meet him because we were about to do our first ever school project. And we were hoping Ty would agree to work with us on it. He was taking over Barbara's class after she retired that year, so that was why we needed him in on it. And we were very ambitious because we wanted the first school project to be inspired by Stephen Thomas's monumental approach to art. And I'm not sure what Ty thought when we came in there. He was a brand new art teacher and said, we want your students to create a 4-foot by 8-foot mosaic mural. And we want it to be placed in a public place in Madison. He didn't hesitate, though, and he said, but let's please ask Margene Meadow to come help us. She was the middle school teacher, and Margene's here today, and she knows what we went through to accomplish that project. We were very ambitious. The mural theme had to be uplifting because we knew it was going to go into the Morgan County Hospital Transition Unit. And so a color pencil drawing of a butterfly and some sunflowers was selected as the design for that, and it was to be enlarged, and drawn on a piece of 4-foot by 8-foot plywood. A grid was drawn over it, and the resulting 48 12-inch squares, they probably remember this, were numbered. We had enough sense to put numbers on the back because we were going to, take it all apart. And we spread the squares out amongst the students in the middle school and the high school. And everything it was all sawed apart, of course. So there were some challenges. We felt we needed to be authentic and use glass, stained glass, for the mosaic. And there was always the problem that somebody might get cut with the glass. So we decided to risk it anyway. And the number 2, even though we had a color code for the color for the project, that when we cut that whole board apart and distributed these, it didn't look like anything. You think you've got this thing and then you cut it into pieces. And so somebody has something this side and it's like, what is it? So we just had to be hoping that it would fit together. And so we actually were able to get the students did their work, they followed the instructions, nobody got cut that I know of. I have to ask them. And the teaching team brought it all back to Ty's classroom, and we spread it all on a table. And we took a look at it. Actually, to tell you the truth, this wasn't in here, but I'm going to tell you anyway. We couldn't tell right away. We thought, does it look like anything? So there were some other tables in the classroom, so we all stood on the tables and looked down and said, oh my gosh, it turned out great. So it actually was unveiled. The finished mural was unveiled at the transitional unit at the hospital, and 100 people from this community, Jennifer, came to that unveiling, and they were so excited, that we had done this project. And they built a new hospital a few years ago, and I was really worried about our mosaic. I thought, what will they do with it? And then I found out that they loved it so much, they moved it to the new hospital, and it's now in the entrance foyer of the new Morgan County Hospital. this story is an example about what can happen in an art classroom if you've got the right teacher and the right group and the right, approach to it. It's that sweet space for a lot of students who are very artistic, and they don't really necessarily have a niche, somewhere else in the school. But Ty Manning was a type of art teacher who welcomed everyone in the classroom and got results. He would say, hey, come on in, even if you're athletes and scholars, everybody's welcome here. Let's get busy and do some art. Today is my pleasure to present the 2023 STMA Charlie Bonner Award for Advancing Art Education to Tyrus Manning III, an inspiring mentor for many young artists. This is the award, but we can leave it on the table if you want.
Oh, that's beautiful. I've been looking at that all night. I didn't realize what that was.
Yeah. This was a real discussion amongst the staff of choosing just the right one. And actually, one of our staff members was one of Ty's students, Ryan Paget, who's standing right over there. And he looked at it with us and he said, that's the one for Mr. Manning. So this is why it got chosen for you. I'm going to leave it right here, and it has a really special box that it goes in. So we're going to leave it right here.
Well, hey, thanks. My babies are back there. What's up? Hey, and speaking of babies, I'm actually, earlier today when I came in here, I saw Dick Olson Ole over here. I'm one of his babies. And I think that's what's cool about the arts. The art people take care of each other. And like I said, I got to tell you, everybody's been talking about Sarah. Figured I'd tell you that the first time I met Sarah, where I was student taught at Morgan County, and Barbara Kimbrough, I don't know if anybody y'all remember her, but she was sort of like, I was on her mantle with all her children in my little class first teacher picture. She adopted me, but she said, I have to come by here and meet Sarah. And I came by here one day, and I was working, so I got here late, and it was closed, but I knocked on the door, and she answered the door, and she's like, she walked me around. I told her I was a new art teacher, and when I told her that, she's telling me every story with every painting that was hanging. She held my hand so long walking me around. When I left, my hand was all clammy, but I mean, that's how she was. She showed me the way, and she adopted me too. And it's just kind of crazy that it's full circle. I'm winning an award, and I just retired. But this place is sort of adopted me as this whole county. I can't go anywhere in Madison without being called Manning, so it's kind of cool. I'm not really sure what all to say, except thanks to the Stephen Thomas Museum and Lisa and all the people who have helped make this day happen, and my sisters for being here. Speaking of student teachers, speaking of paying it forward, Kristen Chandler was my student teacher. I don't remember what year it was. 204? 204, she student taught with me. And then when I retired, she is now the new art teacher where I was. So we'll keep the party going. Hey, and I've been telling everybody I really miss the teaching profession, or the best part of teaching is the relationships you make with students, and knowing where they end up when they leave here and stuff. When they're talking about the little mosaic, all I could think about with all the kids that we're helping and where they are now. I know where some of them are. One of them's actually playing guitar with Collective Soul. He's been doing it for a long time, but it's just kind of cool. It's kind of cool. We were talking earlier about some kids that are moved away, and then we got Shay back here working. I'm going to shut up and just say thank you one more time. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I brought this thing over here. I think I should use it for y'all. Is that cool? I always tell my students to make art or dream big and make it happen. Do what you love. And I've learned especially over the pandemic, I've been having a bunch of health issues, but they got a little too much for me to handle, juggle that while I'm teaching. But I always tell people to find something you love and do it. And when I was teaching, I never really had a chance to make a bunch of art because I was so busy planning stuff and doing art. But I've been able to retire. I've been doing a lot of music, especially. I just released a CD. I got some copies back there on the way out. Maybe y'all could take one with you when you leave. But I figured I'd play a couple songs. And in the true art form, I can't write in German, but I can sing "Oh Christmas Tree" in German because I lived in Germany for a little while. But I'm gonna not do that because that would be weird. But I was going through retirement. You get to move, and I was going through a bunch of old sketchbooks from when I was in high school, and I found a couple songs that I had written that I forgot I wrote, and one of them's called "Sugar." But the power of songwriting, I can change it to Sarah, and it makes it fit right into what we're doing today. Is that cool? Can I sing a love song to your mama? How about we let Stephen Thomas channel through me and we sing a love song to Sarah? Is that cool? And if I mess up, it's because I wrote it 30 years ago. Let's see here. Like the dust in an empty corner, stirring up something new. I didn't come here to warn you about something that ain't true. With the help of your sweet kisses, watch me close so you don't miss it. I'm a dead ringer for a man in love. Sarah, you're the only one for me. You're the mountains wrapped around my sea. Even when I'm feeling low, I can find you there every song. Sarah, you're the only one for me. Well, I hope that I might resemble something you're dreaming of. Your pretty face makes me tremble. Oh, but I ain't tough enough. With the help of your sweet kisses, watch me close so you don't miss it. I'm then falling in love. Sarah, you're the only one for me. You're the mountains wrapped around my sea. Even when I'm feeling low, can find you there in every song. Sarah, you're the only one for me. Well, everybody's got something to run to, like the morning has the dew. Honeybees have the flowers, wild horses have the moon. You might think I'm a babbling fool. One thing that I know is true, that I'm the man that was put on earth for you. Sing it with me. Sarah, you're the only one for me. You're the mountains wrapped around my sea. Even when I'm feeling low, can find you there in every song. Sarah, you're the only one for me. Big finish, you ready? with teenagers in a long time, but I have been hanging out with a 10-year-old. And I've been trying to teach him how to play guitar, but he's all about YouTube Shorts. So I've been trying to make this get really cool with YouTube Shorts and TikTok and all this stuff to share my music, because that's how they do it these days. But I wrote this song with Susan Segrist, who was this receptionist at the high school she basically flew the shit half the time I was there teaching. But she wrote a little love poem, this one little sentence, and she gave it to me. And she said, she read it to me, and I said, that deserves a whole song, but I got to figure out the best 15 seconds and have y'all dance around with someone you love in the video and share it. So when you leave here, you're gonna go find my music on the internet and share it. Or at least I challenge you to do that. And this is my best. My ADD just exploded. It looks like you have ears like a cat. Yep, I'm weird. If I was a coffee, you would be the cream. If I was a sleeping, you would be my dream. If I was the song, you'd be the melody. 'Cause without you, I wouldn't be me. If I was a raindrop, rainbow you would be. If I was a flower, you'd be nectar for the bees. If I was a leaf, you'd be the whole tree. 'Cause without you, I wouldn't be me. We go together oh so perfectly. Our bond is strong and sturdy like a sycamore tree. There is no denying, and I can guarantee that without you, wouldn't be me. If I was the ocean, you would be the beach. If I was summertime, you would be the breeze. If I was the sun, you'd be the light and the heat. 'Cause without you, I wouldn't be me. If I was a train, you would be the tracks. If I was a Jill, you could be my Jack. If I was the lock, you'd be the only key. 'Cause without you, I wouldn't be me. I dare somebody to dance. We go together oh so perfectly. Our bond is strong and sturdy like a sycamore tree. There you go. There is no denying, and I can guarantee without you, I wouldn't be me. Watch this. Everybody, mouth trumpet. You're the lady, old lady. Ooh. We go together oh so perfectly. Our bond is strong and sturdy like a sycamore tree. There is no denying, and I can guarantee without you, it wouldn't be me. I said without you, wouldn't be me. Yep, that's what I do. Can we do one more? You say you've been listening to my music. What do you
I
do?
do want to listen.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is an acoustic one, but I love Sugar in the Bowl, that one.
I'm bringing home the sugar.
Bringing home sugar.
Yeah, I don't know if that would be weird to play
Yeah.
just by myself.
But it's such a good one. It's a good
Yeah,
one.
well, y'all can all
Everybody
find it
should
on the
go.
internet.
And would you tell us about your new album?
Yeah. I most of y'all know me, or anybody who knows me knows that I've had a bunch of heart. I was born with a stupid heart. I guess a kid in my class, I had open heart surgery in 2014, and then again in 2019, and then another time in 20. So basically, some kid told me one day, she goes, "Sorry you have a stupid heart." And I was like, I'm a songwriter, so I just wrote it down. But I put out a song, and I got some CDs. I know a lot of people don't listen to CDs. A 10-year-old told me that nobody listens to CDs. But if you want one, there's a suitcase full of them out there. Just take you one. And
Is it okay to say it's on Spotify?
yeah, and it's on the internet. It's on the internet. I had a friend start me a website. It's TyManning1971.com, and you get links to all the free sites and all the stuff, and you might find a 15-second video of me soon. But can I do one that's kind of racy?
We're mostly grown-ups. We're 99% grown-ups.
Earmuffs. Now this would I wrote a song. I was married for about, it feels like a week, but I was married for about a year, but I got a whole album about it. If you want to take my therapy home with you, you can. But I started writing this song when I was happily married, and then I finished it when I was not so happily married. And then shortly after that, I had surgery, so I tweaked it a little bit. But this is my new favorite song, and it has a weird vibe to it, but if you know Jimmy Buffett, you can enjoy the ending of it, probably. And I apologize for scarring you for life, darling. But thanks again for giving me this award. I'll play this and then sit down and stuff. Here goes. Well, I don't want to grow up, get a job, or pay my bills. Stay sober, watch my weight, or take blood pressure pills. But all these things are good for me, but they waste up all my time. So I thought I'd sing the only thing that's always on my mind. All I want to do, all I want to do, all I want to do is you. I don't want to do anything else. All I want to do is you. True love, folks. I'm so tired of all these responsibilities. Cut my fingers to the bone and wear out both my knees. And there's so many things up in this old brain that's rode hard and put up wet. My attention span ain't that grand, but I just can't forget. All I want to do, all I want to do, all I want to do is you. I don't want to do anything else. All I want to do is you. All right, y'all, I'm going to give y'all a little songwriting lesson. You'll never be as cool as me, because I'm about to rhyme diddly squat and hit the spot. Well, there's things in life that cause us strife way out of our control. The weigh on our hearts and tear apart our mind, body, and soul. And I've searched for ways to curb this ache, but I ain't found diddly squat. There's only one surefire way to always hit the spot. Sing it if you learned it, because it's crazy. All I want to do, all I want to do, all I want to do is you. I don't want to do anything else. All I want to do is you. Here's for the parrot heads. All I want to do is fill a water bed up with glue, put on some Jimmy Buffett, and hey, for real though, you're awesome. Thanks for everything you've done for me and the whole art, not just me as an art educator, but everybody. Thank everybody from Ole to Shay. And I got one more thing. I'll tell you something cool. Even though these two people are in the same family, you're in my family, the Art Dog family, but somebody told me one time, asked me like, you know where all your kids end up when they leave? And that's the best part. You get to keep track of them. But they're like, how many people are making a living with art, or how many people are doing something creative or living with music, making a living with music or art? And there's a bunch of them, but not as many as you would think. But my claim to fame is, or what I take pride in is, I've got about 15 or 16 that have become teachers, which I think I always preach pay it forward in my class. Like, you know, take stuff you've learned and take stuff that you think other people should know and share it with them. And I think that they're doing that on, I guess there's at least 15 or 16 of them that are going to do that. Hopefully keep that party going. So that's about it.